The Alpha Sessions.
Hello and welcome to the Alpha Sessions. My name is Erica, and I'm so excited to do this interview today with three amazingly talented individuals. So, the event that's going to take place on the 10th of July is this incredible concert, which is taking place at the St. James's Church in Piccadilly, which is such a gorgeous venue. It looks stunning, so I think it's going to be such an amazing event. And my first guest today is Nurry Lee, who is an incredible pianist, and I'm so excited to talk to you. So, hi, Nurry.
Thanks for having me. Excited
No
too.
worries. So, I wanted to talk to you about how you've got into music in the first place. So, tell me about your childhood and how that's influenced you becoming a musician.
Yeah, guess I started when I was quite young, when I was 6 years old. Um, like my mum was playing piano, my sister who's older than me, she was learning, and I sort of got influenced by that. And then I guess like we were quite creative, and then yeah, I guess like there was like the discipline side, which my mum like influenced me a lot in, like the practicing, and then my dad and my sister we like played together and stuff. So there was like the creative side. So I guess I feel like you need those two elements um, to be a musician to some extent. To be honest, yeah. So I think that influenced me quite a bit.
Amazing. And there was a video you posted the other day of you playing the Nutcracker in public on a piano, which looked so fun. I love those pianos. The invention of those public pianos is such a cool thing. So,
Oh, thank you.
do you think that there's a big difference between playing in public and busking and performing at a concert to a seated audience?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think they're kind of it's very similar in a way that like we're all human and all the audience is quite human. It's a very human response when you listen to music. It's different in terms of like, the venue and the piano, I guess. In a concert hall, you have like a grand piano that's been tuned and like altered. Um, and then here you have a public piano, you just like go for it. And I guess like sound projection stuff like that. But the audiences, I feel like they all have a very honest response, which I quite like, especially in the public pianos. I see a lot of the like young kids and children come really close to you. Yeah, because normally you're on a stage and you can't really be that close to the audience. But yeah, so in that way it's kind of different.
Yeah, I think so too. It's so nice to bring the community together, isn't it? So I guess it brings a different audience to the one that you'd see at concerts. It gives a whole family feel, and just a passerby might not have gone to a concert, but they might have turned up to your playing in public. But then you might get people at the concert that would never stop when you're in public. So it's really nice to have that variety. And you've had quite a range of education. So you've got a scholarship to such renowned schools. You've been to the Korean National University of Arts, and then you went to the Royal Northern. So, when you were there, did you have any pieces of advice that you've kept that you've gone, wow, that was a really good piece of advice from someone?
Yeah, I guess like in each place I've had like some incredible advice, whether it's about like piano and music playing in general. Um, I think yeah, I've taken on quite a bit. With my teacher at the Royal College of Music in London, he spoke a lot about like sound, and he sort of pushed the boundaries of what I thought music was possible musically on the piano. Um, and I think I always kind of took that and I still like use that sort of philosophy when I'm playing the piano. Um, but in general, I think general advice I've gotten is sort of to always be like giving and generous, and to just give as much as you can, like even performing wise and everything that you do. So I think I try to do that when I'm in concert and when I'm not playing as well.
So, you've performed at some amazing venues. You've gone all around the world. You've done Asian tours, you've done West African tours, European tours, America. Do you have a favorite venue or a show that you've played?
Um, it, Probably the one that comes to mind, of course, is Carnegie Hall in New York, which was like incredible in every way. So obviously, this was sort of like a dream of mine since I was a kid. Carnegie Hall, which is like the the like greatest hall to play in, like across the world. There's such a big legacy behind there. All the, all my idols played there pretty much. Um, and also when I played, I was like in that sort of like my mum came and it was sort of yeah, I was just like I had a good group of people in the audience there too, like all my friends. So that was really special. I was really jet lagged, so I wasn't too nervous too. So that sort of made me feel much better. It was I didn't feel as much pressure as I thought I would. So I think that was really special for me to play there.
Do you think the adrenaline also got you through with being jet lagged and having such a big venue? Do you think that kind of got you through the moment?
Yeah, it's sort of weird because like the adrenaline helps me. And then if like I have nerves on top of that, I'm just overthink too much and I can like go the other way. I think the jet lag kind of made me feel like, oh, who cares? Like, just don't worry too much about it, sort of thing. It made me a bit more like it didn't made me go the other way. So it's like don't, calmed my nerves a bit, which is good. So I had a good balance, sort of thing. Yeah.
And I want to talk about the fact that you're a kawaii artist. That is incredible. So, how did that come about? And do you feel so proud about the fact that you're represented by such a giant brand?
Yeah, I mean that was amazing. Yeah, that came about when I did a concert in Bath, and a representative from Kauai was there, and he heard me play, and then he spoke to my manager about me being a Kauai artist. Um, and you know what? It was such a privilege for me because there's this one pianist who I'm obsessed with called Mikhail Pletner, and the Nutcracker is actually arrangement of his. I think he's like one of the greatest pianists ever. And he's a quiet artist, and so to be like a quiet artist alongside him is just like insane to me. So it feels massive, and yeah, so it feels incredible to have the backing of like such an incredible sort of yeah piano company and to get like recognition, I guess, from them. So yeah, incredible.
That's amazing. And I feel like your family must be so proud as well, seeing you and teaching you the piano to start and then seeing you now and how far you've come.
Yeah, I think they're always sort of they kind of don't know what they're doing. They're like, oh, and this, like surprising. But yeah, they're really supportive. They love it.
And working with Yoon and Stuart in this concert coming up, how excited are you about working in this duet? Is this the first time you've played together as a duet?
Yeah, I'm actually so excited about this. So, there's a bit of a story of how it came about, but like yeah, you and Stuart, we worked together because I was playing for this composer. I was asked to play this new composition, and so we met, and then we got on really well. We hung out. She helped me with Korean. I'd help her with piano and stuff. And then we had a conversation about films. And I'd watched Lord of the Rings recently because I just love it. And she hadn't seen it before. And she was talking about Lord of the Rings. And then we were just raving about how good the soundtracks were, about all this film music. And then we were like, oh, we should put on a concert. Um, and so that's how it sort of came about. Just like sort of, we loved the film music. And then we were like, we should just play together. And so this is the first time playing together. And Stuart's making these incredible arrangements. Honestly, they're mind blowing. Like I actually get like goosebumps when I'm practicing. They're so good.
That's so nice as well, though, that it's come from such a passion. And I think it's nice to see that you've gone, I just really like film music. I really like these films. Let's just do something together. Let's make something with our creativity and our passions. So I'm sure that will come out in the concert as well with the fact that you just love these songs.
Yeah, we love them. Yeah, I hope it does. I think it'll be really. I'm really excited. I think the arrangements are incredible and the venue's amazing. Um, and the music's incredible. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Nari. It was lovely to talk to you. So our next guest is Yoonseo Oh, and you're such a talented violinist. Your work is incredible, and I'm so privileged to be chatting to you today. So thank you so much for coming on to the Alpha Sessions.
Thank you.
Now, I'd love to talk to you about this picture that was posted on your Instagram a few months ago of you playing the violin when you were younger. And
Mm.
it's such a cute picture. What age did you start performing music and when did you know that you wanted to pursue it as a career?
So I actually went to the music kindergarten when I was around 5 years old. And then there I learned violin and piano and drum and all sorts of other instruments. And actually from then I wanted to learn violin more and become a violinist. Yeah, it started there.
What made the violin your instrument of choice then compared to drums and other instruments?
Um, Good question. um, I think I just like the idea of making sound with string and being able to put my finger down and get the sound that I want.
Yeah, it is a beautiful instrument, isn't it? I also play violin. Um, I've got on here and it's a purple sparkly one.
Oh,
Classic.
nice.
But it's quite a communal instrument as well. Like it's not very much seen on its own, like as a solo instrument, which is quite nice. Like if you were playing drums or piano, sometimes you play that more solo or in like a duet or quartet. But violin, I feel like is such a sociable instrument. If you took it to the party, it would be an instrument that went round and said hi to everyone. So I
Yeah.
guess for that sense as well, it must feel like a nice feeling to be kind of a little piece of a puzzle piece when you're playing with other people.
Yes. Yeah, I enjoy playing with other people all the time. And yeah, I think it's really cool instrument.
Yeah. Were you in
Yeah.
an orchestra as well growing up?
Um, so when I was when I was 9 years old, I moved to India to live there. And so there was like a school orchestra growing up in India,
Yeah.
which I did, and then like a church orchestra.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool. And you're playing in a church at St. James's, so that's very fitting.
Yes.
Is there a reason for the venue? Do you play in churches a lot with this kind of music, or is there a reason behind the venue itself?
So we wanted to, because this is our first concert, we wanted to do somewhere central in London, and we were looking for just other venues as well. And then we just saw this venue and it looked very pretty, and it's a Piccadilly Circus, so we
Yeah.
thought, oh, we should go for this one.
So you also studied music at some amazing schools. You studied at Royal Academy of Music, and then you went on to the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. So what have you learned from your university? Did you get much connections and experience while you were there that have carried on to your career?
Um, I think I've met some amazing teachers who gave me like lots of advice on my instrument, how to play violin, how to make music, and how to communicate with other people in the industry. Also, I've met some lovely colleagues who I still keep in touch. And sometimes, like, if they need teaching covers or that musician somewhere or something, um, they do contact me sometimes. So I guess that's an opportunity.
And I wanted to talk to you as well about the Buckingham Palace performance that you've done in front of His Royal Highness the King Charles. So was that one of your I made it moments? Was that the moment you're like, okay, this is it, I'm in the career I want to do?
It was certainly like unforgettable moment. It was really cool to do all the security checks and see the place that's not open to tourists. So yeah, that was quite cool.
So is that your biggest moment then that you think this is it, I've done it, I've made it?
I'm not. Um, I still don't think I've made it. So
Yeah.
I think there are lots of other bigger things to come in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think it's such a journey as well. Like there should be just a journey onwards instead of looking at it like an accomplishment. Because I think with the arts as well, there's always something more you can learn and something better you can accomplish. But just cherishing in the moments of what you're doing right now is beautiful. And I think you've got such a talent. So it's so nice that it's being recognized by, royal family. That's amazing. So which soundtrack is your favorite from the concert?
Um, Actually, all of them are my favorite. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to say because I love all the arrangements. Maybe Pirates of the Caribbean. I quite like, yeah, I quite like the original soundtracks as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
quite an adventurous soundtrack, isn't
yeah.
it? Do you feel like you encompass the characters as well when you're playing each soundtrack? Do you shift into the characters?
Well, I try to.
I feel
Yes.
like I'd end up with an eye patch and a hook.
Yes, I should get like a pirate hat and
Yeah.
some
I
other.
mean, there's still a few weeks to get
True.
there. So you've done a lot of recording as well with soundtracks and working on films and doing your own scores for that. So is there anything you're recording at the moment for any TV or film soundtracks?
No, not at the moment.
Mhm,
The last one I did was the K-pop Demon Hunters.
mhm.
I think it's out on Netflix.
And how
And
was that?
yeah, that was really cool. Yeah. And yeah, we just watched on Netflix and it was, yeah, I think the movie's quite unique. So,
Yeah. So for the concert is a duo, and you and Nari are going to be performing together. How do you practice together? Is there a process you go through?
um, I think we do lots of talking, like how how you want to play this part and how you want to play this part, and then sort of reach an agreement and share. Yeah, and there's no like set process to it. We just try to communicate and play together and then find the bits that we like and develop on that.
So thank you both for joining me today. It's been such an amazing interview, and thank you for coming on the Alpha Sessions and chatting to me about your upcoming concert. So for anyone who wants to watch the concert, it will be happening on the 10th of July at the St James's Piccadilly, which is once again an amazing church. So I recommend you going down. But if you can't make it that time, don't worry because it's part of a brand new duo called Duo, which will be happening a lot more. So if you can't catch this one, then look out for the rest of the series. And the series is championing the combination of the violin and the piano, and there's a big virtuosic arrangement where it's taking inspiration from film and TV scores and making them bigger and better than ever in a never before seen or heard arrangement. So if you like the sound of that and you want to hear more, come along on the 10th of July and grab yourself a ticket. They're on sale now. So thank you so much to Yoon and Nurry for coming on the interview. I've been Erica Jean and this has been the Alpha Sessions.